Next is 8259 pin diagram. So this is the pin diagram of 8259 PIC, Programmable Interrupt Controller. D0 to D7, these are the 8-bit bidirectional data bus. Then read dash means read bar signal. It is active low read control signal. Then next is write dash means write bar. It is active low write control signal. Then next is CS bar, chip select. CS dash means CS bar. It is active low input pin which is used to select IC. So when CS bar is equal to 0, then this 8259 will select. So if CS bar is 0, then this 8259 will select. CAS0, CAS1 and CAS2, these are the cascade lines. It is used in cascade mode. Cascade mode means master slave mode. So master PIC places slave identification numbers on these lines. So suppose this is master, so this 8259 will send slave identification number on CAS0, CAS1 and CAS2. In slave mode, slave PIC reads slave identification number from master PIC on these lines. Suppose this is slave 0 and identification number for this slave 0 is suppose 000, and suppose this is slave 7, so identification number is suppose 111. So when this master PIC sends 000 on these lines, that 000 matches with this CS0 slave 0 8259. So this 8259 acknowledge this slave. When this CS0, CS1, CS2 is 111, then that identification number matches with slave 7. So this 8259 will acknowledge this slave. So for master PIC, this CS0, CS1 and CS2 are the output lines, and for slave PICs, this CS0, CS1 and CS2 are the input lines. Then next pin is SP dash slash EN dash, means SP bar slash EN bar. It is slave program slash enable. It is active low bidirectional control line. In non-buffered mode, it functions as SP bar input line. In this mode, SP bar is used to distinguish between master and slave PIC. SP bar pin of master PIC is connected to plus 5 volt. So you can see here, if this is a master, so SP bar pin is connected to VCC or plus 5 volt, and SP bar pin of slave PIC is connected to ground. So these are the slave PICs. So SP bar pin is connected to ground. In buffered mode, it functions as EN bar output lines. In this mode, it is used to disable transceiver buffer and enables its own data buffer. So in buffered mode, this pin functions as EN bar output line, and it will disable transceiver buffer and it will use its own data buffer. Then next line is INT, interrupt line. It is interrupt line which is connected to INTR pin of microprocessor. This INT is output pin, so this pin is connected to INTR pin of microprocessor. This 8259 interrupt microprocessor using this INT line. Next is INTA dash, that is INTA bar, interrupt acknowledge. It is active low interrupt acknowledge line. Microprocessor acknowledge through this line and asks interrupt type number or address from 8259 using this line. So this 8259 send this 8259 interrupt 8086 through INT line, and that INT line is connected to INTR pin of microprocessor. Microprocessor acknowledge through this INTA bar line. So this is the input line. So 8086 will send 2 pulses on this INTR line. So during when this 8259 receives first INTA bar pulse, this 8259 calculates the type number of the interrupt, and when this 8259 receives second INTA bar pulse, this 8259 send the type number through these data lines D0 to D7. Then IR0 to IR7, these are interrupt request line. Peripheral devices send request to ATT6 by using 8259 request lines.